So I'm not sure how I'm going to start this video, guys. I really am not. I mean, granted, there's so many ways I could have gone about this. I could have gone the traditional way of just me playing the gameplay and talking, or I could have got on camera and just been up personal with you guys like I'm about to do right now. And honestly, there's really no right way to go on about this, man, because I've been saying this for months, about a year now, of what exactly these systems are going to do. And of course, I had a lot of weird comments. I had a lot of people come at my neck, which was weird over the whole situation. But anyway, we're here. As you guys already know, I've even had developers talk about the same thing, but we'll get to that in a second. We got some new information that just dropped for the Unreal Engine demo that we've already seen for the PlayStation 5 before the actual hardware reveal, you know, obviously. Now, for those of you that don't know what exactly is going on and why this is a big thing for the actual video, the PlayStation 5, as you guys already know, or you probably already took notes of, the PS5 was handling about 16 billion triangles in each particular scene, and of course they were running 8K textures in the actual video as well, and of course it was running at 1440p at 30 FPS. And the crazy thing about it, everybody, when they saw that, they all thought that that was 4K, the whole 9 yards. The only thing people could clearly tell the difference between was the fact that it was 30 versus 60. Now, when you look at the situation now with the whole situation with the way these games are looking as well, of course, games have looked even better than what we saw with that particular demo, but you're still getting, of course, the 60 FPS, and you're getting a bunch more performance options. Now, courtesy of, obviously Epic and the whole demo, we got a comparison that we can now talk about for the Xbox, because a lot of people were confused as to whether or not the Xbox can run this demo. And like I told you guys before, of course the Xbox can run this demo. It was Unreal Engine 5. That wasn't really the mystery. The mystery was, could it produce the same end result that we saw the PS5 do? And as you're clearly about to see on the screen in a few seconds, that's absolutely not the case. Now, for the PlayStation 5 version, like I said, it was running it at 1440p at a lock 30 with 16 billion triangles on the scene for each particular scene. For the Xbox Series X, it was running it at 1080p, which was fluctuating between 1440p, and it was only handling about 100 million triangles per scene. As you clearly can see by that comparison alone, there is a quadruple big difference there when it comes to how much data can be handled on the screen. Just like I told you before, that is the PS5's biggest asset versus the Series X. It's not necessarily the graphics. They're not going for that particular route. They went about giving more access to the developers so they can push the games to different, so they can push the games in different ways to get the same end result. And you're seeing that with the PlayStation 5, especially in the comparisons when it comes to performance. Now, granted, Series X has a better GPU and CPU, so you'll see games that will look better than PS5. I mean, you've already seen them, like Hitman 3, if I remember correctly. That was running it at true 4K at 2160p, right? And the PS5 version, that was running it at about 1800p. But again, even when you saw that comparison, you know what's crazy? They looked virtually the same, and this is what I'm talking about. PS5 is a very accessible system that was fine-tuned by Mark Cerny to give the developers the tools needed to make the games they absolutely want. Now, to go back even further, because a lot of people was like, oh, variable refresh rate and mesh rendering is not available on PS5. I've already broke this down in a video where we talked about the geometry engine. It's actually inside the geometry engine, and it was all fine-tuned by Mark Cerny, this particular style of RDNA 2 that's in the PlayStation 5. Everything that a lot of people thought that was lacking is actually in the system, and some of which are in the geometry engine behind the actual system itself. You're getting the whole 9 yards on PlayStation 5. It is full RDNA 2. But of course, with different ways of going about it. Now, when you look at the Series X version of this again, and you compare this to the PlayStation 5, does this really, change? Does this change the scene? Well, not necessarily. I mean, we saw a new video courtesy of the Coalition showcasing the demo, and we see that they can push some really good visuals again with the GPU and everything. Games are gonna look naturally better on Series X as well as the PS5 as we continue to go throughout the gen, right? But what's another thing to look out for and pay attention to is Fidelity FX, aka FSR. And the reason why I say look out for this, because ironically, they actually mentioned this in the actual breakdown of this, where they said super resolution. FSR is pretty much a super resolution technique that's going to be implemented into these consoles, or if it hasn't already been implemented into the consoles, because it's been dropping left and right. Hell, there's been a new performance max mode for the PlayStation 5 that just dropped for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And of course, we got a new performance patch for Resident Evil Village for PC, which actually fixed all the issues. So you kind of can see where I'm going about this. If one side, even if like, let's say Sony might lack in a comparison in terms of the visual side, right? And let's say it has a choppy frame rate in the game. This particular, feature is going to fix that and still give you the same, give you that same effect with the visuals. You're going to get that, and especially with Series X. Series X and PS5 are going to benefit greatly from FSR. It's a good time to really be a gamer at this point because you got a lot of stuff to look out for. But again, people are missing this type of stuff, man. Like I said before, man, this is the biggest difference between PS5 and Series X. PS5 can handle more data. Series X can handle, obviously, higher resolutions. And that's about it. In terms of the overall package, they're pretty much neck to neck in many ways. But again, PS5 clearly can do things that Series X can do. And as you clearly can see with Series X, they can do things that PS5 can't do, like we said before. So, to all the people who came at my neck and all the people saying, oh, there's no way it's going to be a blowout. You know what you're talking about. I kept trying to tell you, man, this is what's going to happen, and you see the same end result. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys watching, and let me know how excited you are for the future of PlayStation 5 and, of course, Series X. As you guys already know, it's only going to get even better from this point forward, and games are going to look even better on these platforms as we progress through the next generation. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I know this came up a little later than usual, but sorry, I had to do a few things. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on my next one, and you guys be good. I'm out of here, guys. Deuces.